Weezy out of here.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I...
What is going on, guys? Play Clips here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my PCL D League Week 3 match versus Alex Cool Rocket, coach of the Wisconsin Whimsicott. Currently, Alex is 1-1, off to a pretty decent start with an even record, as we are 0-2 currently. So we are really hoping to try and pick up this win, and so we can kind of get closer to evening up our record. But yeah, so compared to last week, I'm feeling a lot better. But the only thing is, I have a little bit of a cough. So if you guys hear that a couple times throughout the video, I apologize about that. But yeah, anyways, so situation on team builders is I'm probably not going to have any this season, as I really just don't like having 2 separate videos for my team builder, and I'd rather just put it all in one video with a quick brief summary so I don't really bore you guys, and you guys still have a general idea of what I'm doing with like the brief team overview I do before my videos. So yeah, currently that's probably what we're going to continue to do throughout the rest of the season. But if you guys want that to change, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know. But yeah, anyways, so since there's going to be no team builder, I'll give you guys that brief summary that I was talking about. So Alex has a team of Darkrai, Rotom Wash, Buzzwole, Nidoqueen, Tangrowth, Chandelure, Mega Altaria, Skarmory, Kartana, Gastrodon, and Raichu Alola. And so for the 6 that I'm bringing, my Dialga set, I am a Scarf Dialga, as that absolutely tears through his team, and with a Scarf I'm able to outspeed his entire team. For my Thundurus set, I'm actually mixed set with Flyinium Z to nuke the Buzzwole, as I think this is actually a pretty cool set, as it can do a lot of work if it's put in the right situation. Excuse me. For my Sylveon set, we are very specially defensive with Wish Pass, so we can take hits from the Nidoqueen, Darkrai, and the Rotom Wash especially well. For the Rich Steel, I'm really Fizz Def, to just kind of take hits from its physical attackers like the Kartana if it's not clicking Sacred Sword, the Skarmory, just stuff like that. For the Incineroar set, we are very specially defensive with a little bit of Fizz Def, with a special defensive investment with an Papa Berry to get that health back, kind of similar to a VGC set, but a little bit different as well. And then for that Gliscor set, we are very defensive, physically defensive for the Kartana, as well as having Defog and Momentum with U-Turn. So anyways, looking at his lead matchup, I figured that he was probably either going to lead something like the Rotom, the Nidoqueen, and the Darkrai. So I really wanted to lead the Dialga, just in case he does lead that Darkrai, as I think it's super annoying to deal with later on. So that's exactly what we're going to do. While we were waiting, make sure to check out Alex as well, along with all of the other coaches down in the description below. But anyways, as you guys can see, he is going to challenge us, and he's going to send out his Rotom Wash. So this is pretty good, as we're able to get a lot of chip damage here, as long as we can click the Draco and put it in range of another Draco later on in the match, or any other move really that I want to go for later on. So we're going to go ahead and click the Draco Meteor, as we are Scarf can outspeed, as we are going to miss the Draco Meteor. But the one good thing is that we are not actually going to reveal he is Scarfed, as we naturally outspeed the Rotom Wash unless he is Scarfed. So yeah, he's going to go out into his Kartana here, and I'm kind of gonna make a little bit of a misplay. I think I thought he was gonna go for the prediction, maybe click the knockoff, try and knock off the Toxic Orb of the Gliscor. So I decided to go into my Registeel instead, as he decides to click the Sacred Sword, and that is going to do a huge amount of damage. It shows us that this Kartana is actually abandoned. So at this point, I'm just very free to go into the Gliscor and just eat the hit very easily. So I'm gonna go ahead, switch out, go straight into the Gliscor, as he's just going to stay in and click the Sacred Sword again. We're going to get our Toxic Orb activated, and that's going to do practically nothing. So at this point, I'm just going to click the U-Turn and try and get the momentum on this thing, kind of see what he wants to switch in. I'm figuring it's going to be the Rotom Wash, but you never know. So, yep, as I expected, he's going to go out into the Rotom Wash, and we are going to get the momentum off of the U-Turn, which is really nice. So we're going to go ahead, go straight back into our Dialga here, and I'm going to make a little bit of a misplay here, as I completely forgot that he did not know I was Scarfed, so I thought I was going to play the prediction game and go for the Fire Blast. when I really should have just clicked the Draco here and gotten as much damage as possible. But as you guys expected, I'm going to click the Fire Blast. He's going to stay in. Going to take a little bit of damage, but that shows that he is a little very Spadef, which is nice to know. As he's going to go ahead and Volt Switch out and do a little bit of chip damage to us in turn. Good news is, like I said, that he does not know we are Scarfed, as he's going to go out into the Kartana, which is really nice. Because as long as he is not Scarfed himself or Sash, we're going to pick up the KO as long as we hit the Fire Blast. So we're going to hit the Fire Blast, and he is neither, so we are going to be able to take out the Kartana and put us in a pretty good position in a 6-5 position. So at this point, he's going to go out into the Nidoqueen, and I have nothing for this thing. So I'm going to sack off my Nidoqueen, and go into my, I'm going to sack off my Incineroar, but I am still able to 100% live one hit, so that is really nice to know. As long as he's not Specs or anything, and he's going to go ahead, click the Earth Power, and little did I know, he is actually Specs. So he's going to pick up the KO, put us in a 5-5 position, but now that I know that he's Specs, I'm free to go into my Thundurus and just kind of chip at this with the Hidden Power Grass, and that's the only move I have to touch in this game. Along with the Fly Z, but I wanted to save that for the Buzzwole. So I'm going to click the Hidden Power Grass here. He's going to stay in, and I was really confused why, but then he reveals the Ice Beam. Now, at this point, I was very confused. I was just thinking to myself, like, wait, I thought he was Specs. But then I realized I'm calcing at level 100 instead of level 50, meaning that my calcs are a little bit off, and that at level 50, moves actually do more damage. So, yeah, that would have kind of costed me my Thundurus, which is really unfortunate, because this thing was really good this game. And it's just unfortunate that we are going to go lose the Thundurus for absolutely no reason, just because of a stupid mistake that I made calcing. So it is what it is, though, as we are in a not very good position anymore, as we are in a 5-4 position deficit. So I'm going to go ahead and go out into my Dialga here, and I'm just kind of free to kind of have a prediction game here if I think he's going to stay in, which I doubt it, or if he's going to go ahead and switch out to the Rotom. But I figured either way, Draco's the best play here, as I figured he's not going to want to go into the Skarmory yet, because I don't think he's going to risk the Fire Blast again now that he knows I have it. So I'm going to go ahead, click the Draco meter, do a huge chunk of damage to the Rotom, and my special attack's going to drop by 2. This thing would have been dead, but it's really not that big of a deal as long as I hit this second Draco meteor, because it's still going to be able to pick up the KO. As we are going to land the Draco, and he is going to drop here. So this brings it back to a 4-4 game, as the crit did not matter at all. It was still a 100% KO. So, yep, that is what it is, and he's just able to go freely into the Nidoqueen again here. So, at this point, I'm figuring he's going to click the Earth Power, so I'm 100% going to go into my Gliscor here, and just kind of hope that I'm going to be able to outspeed it. So, going to go into the Gliscor, as right here, he's going to go ahead. He does click the Earth Power, so it's not going to do anything to us, and I just kind of want to play the game of, if I outspeed, I'm going to do a huge amount of damage to him. But I am not going to outspeed this. He's going to win the speed duel and take out my Gliscor with the Ice Beam. But at this point, I'm free to go into my Dialga here. And I have a little bit of a choice to make. I can click the Draco or the Fire Blast, depending on if I think he's going to switch out to the Skarmory or not. I'm going to make the play assuming that he is going to go out to the Skarmory. So he's going to switch out and ends up going into the Skarmory, which is phenomenal for us, as I'm able to click the Fire Blast, and he's going to be forced to sack this thing off, as it's going to be brought down to 1 health. So yeah, that's really useful. As this Skarmory, with this Skarmory being gone, I'm just free to spam the Draco for the rest of the game, or the Flash Cannon, depending on what I want to click. So I'm going to pick up the Skarmory, the kill on Skarmory, and that is going to give Dialga its 3rd kill of the game. So this thing is already putting in a ton of work, but this Nidoqueen is an absolute pain to deal with, and yeah, I'm just kind of forced to either sack something off or go into my Sylveon, hoping he doesn't click the Sludge Wave. So I'm going to go into my Sylveon, he's going to click the Earth Power, and that's not going to do that much damage, as I am actually fully Spadef this game. So this is where the cycle begins. A little bit of a boring part, but it comes down, here's pretty much what's happening. I don't know that he has Sludge Wave yet, but I'm going to just go ahead and click the Wish and Protect cycle here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, click the Wish here, protect the next turn, and kind of scout if he has the Sludge Wave or not. Click the Wish, go for the Protect, and he does reveal to have the Sludge Wave. So that's really nice to know. It kind of puts us in a predicament. So I have to make the prediction of, is he going to click the Sludge Wave and I'm free to go into Dialga, or is he going to click the Earth Power and I need to stay with Sylveon? So he's going to click the Earth Power. I'm going to throw off a Wish again, as we're actually going to get this prediction right, as the Sludge Wave is not able to KO us from this range. And any chip is nice, as it puts the Nidoqueen in Flash Cannon range later on. So yeah, going to go ahead, click the Hyper Voice here, as he's going to go ahead and click the Earth Power again. And I'm just going to go ahead and click the Hyper Voice and just kind of see how much it does. It does about a fifth of damage, so that's good damage, but it does put it in the range of that Flash Cannon later on. So yep, the Wish is going to come true, going to get a lot of my health back here, and I'm going to go ahead and click the Wish here, as he's going to click the Sludge Wave. And this is going to do a huge amount of damage, but I am able to live. And now we're just kind of in that cycle where, do I need to make the prediction here or not? And another play, in hindsight, another play that I could have made that probably would have been the best play here is just going straight into the Registeel and sacking it off. But it is not what I did. So I'm going to go ahead, protect, as he's going to click the Sludge Wave, and I'm just going to get a good amount of my health back. But he is slowly winning this war right now. It's a little bit unfortunate, as we're not in a great position. And yeah, the cycle's just going to go ahead and continue as I decide to click the Wish, as if I would have gone to the Dialga here, I would have been in a easy position to pick up the game, but I did not, so it is what it is. But yeah, just going to go ahead, click the Wish here again, and just protect the next turn, as I figured he's going to go ahead and click the Earth Powers and KOs us anyways, but it doesn't really matter, as I just protect, and he's going to go ahead and click the Earth Power, and yeah. So at this point, after one more time of this, I'm going to be in range of a Sludge Wave to Okami, or I got to go out to my Dialga. So I'm going to go ahead. I decided to stay in, as I thought he was going to go for the Earth Power. But I am going to live, I'm going to Wish, and I'm just going to protect up. And getting him running Sludge Wave over Sludge Bomb is really important for me, as he's not able to get the poison off this game, which is really nice for me, as it would have just immediately, I think, just lost me the game if that was the case. So I'm going to go ahead, protect here, as he's just going to go ahead and click the Ice Beam. Doesn't really matter, as I'm just kind of forced to get all my health back here. And this is the point where I decided I need to go sack off the Registeel and get the Dialga back in. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight into the Registeel, and he's going to be able to pick up the KO here as long as he clicks the Earth Power, or he can pick it up next turn if he does click the Sludge Wave. But he does click the Earth Power, and he's just going to be able to pick up the KO. This gives Nidoqueen either its third or fourth kill, I honestly don't remember. But yeah, this Nidoqueen has put in a ton of work this game. But at this point, I'm able to go into the Dialga, and I'm just free to click Draco, as that Charming and Kartana are both gone, and it's just a free Draco here, and he has no switches, as excuse me. He's going to go out into the Buzzwole, and this Draco, as long as we hit, is absolutely going to nuke the Buzzwole. As it has a very solid chance to OHKO, and if not, we 2-hit KO it. So he is going to absolutely drop to that, as that did a huge chunk of damage. It's really nice to get rid of this thing. But at this point, he's able to go into the Darkrai, and if he has a Sludge Bomb, there's a very likely chance he wins. But I'm going to go hard into my Sylveon here. I don't really have a choice, and just what I got to do. So I'm going to go to the Sylveon, as he's going to go ahead and click the Focus Blast. And at this point, I'm really just hoping he does not have the Sludge Bomb. And even if he does, I do live a hit since he's not a +2. But he gets the Spadef drop. So the Sludge Bomb is actually going to be in range now. And I'm kind of forced to click the Hyper Voice in case he goes for the Nasty Plot. So he's going to click the Sludge Bomb, and it is going to pick up the KO on Sylveon. The Spadef drop was super unfortunate, and our only chance of winning this game now is if the Darkrai either flinches us to death with Dark Pulse, or he misses a Focus Blast. So we're going to go out into the Scarf Dialga. I'm going to kind of force to click the Flash Cannon here, as if I want any chance of winning, it's what I got to click. So I'm going to click the Flash Cannon. I'm going to outspeed, obviously, since I'm Scarfed. And this is kind of the moment of truth. Is he going to hit the Focus Blast? And he misses, which is really unfortunate for him, as that is pretty much just going to give us the 1-0 victory here, as we're going to be able to take out the Darkrai. And the odds of killing the Nidoqueen here are heavily in my favor. I think it's only like a not even a 10% chance for him to live the flash cannon and return, or KOS and return. So I'm going to go ahead, click the flash cannon, and that is pretty much going to wrap up the game, as Dialga is actually going to pick up all 6 kills, and it's really cool as it's going to boost Dialga to actually tied for first for the most kills in the league, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I want to go ahead and say GG to Alex, as that was a really fun game. I enjoyed it. The hacks was a little unfortunate, but it also, the split up drop was huge, as we would have been able to get huge chunk of damage on whatever he wanted to go into. But he probably still wins that game, even as long as he doesn't miss that focus blast. So it's really unfortunate for him, but that's going to move us to 1-2, and also put Alex at 1-2. So we're slowly bringing it back, but hopefully if we can pick up this next week, it'll put us at 2-2. But yeah, so I really think I could have played this game a lot better. I made a lot of misplays, especially with the Registeel. I should have sacked it off earlier, one, and I shouldn't have gone into it with the Kartana earlier on. But, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, that pretty much is going to wrap it up for this video. And I will see you guys back next week for week 4, as we're actually going to face off against the Ollie's replacement, Aaron, 2 for 20. So hopefully that'll be a pretty fun match to play, and I will see you guys then.